chaos, hot takes flying, yeah, you already know this. From the ring to the real, we talking that truth. Laughs get loud when the crew cut loose. It's a cookout, where the takes stay hot and the game stay wild. The cookout, wrestling talk with that family style. The cookout, 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 cookout. Come for the wrestling, stay for the chaos. Workhorse Wrestling Network, let's go. With ALW, Sammy and Anika. Hot topics cooking, no chaser, no filter. Fire games popping, debates get reckless. If you ready for the madness, then pull up a seat. Workhorse Wrestling Network, this is the cookout.
Hello, and welcome to the show. You are gathered with us tonight for the Cookout Podcast, where we talk about what's cooking up in the world of professional wrestling.
Very well said. I love the intro that Dolores put together. Come for the wrestling team for the chaos. That's pretty dope. I know at some point she's probably thinking she needs to do a new one, but I'm still riding with that one. I like that intro.
Oh, yeah.
So we are here again for another episode of the Cookout. It is Tuesday night, June 9th, 7:30 p.m. Pacific, 10:30 p.m. Eastern, 8:30 over there. Is it 8:30 or 9:30 where you are? I never know if you're Mountain or Central.
9:30.
It's 8:30?
9:30.
9:30. Okay, so you're actually Central Time over there.
Central
Time. As usual, we're going to talk some wrestling tonight. Miss Anika should be here any minute, and she wanted to talk about some people leaving TNA, so we'll wait and talk about that once she joins the show. In the meantime, before we jumped on here, we were talking a little bit about just kind of what's going on in AEW. We were talking about the fact that Brody King is getting set to square off against Swerve Strickland in the semifinals of the Owen Hart Cup, and the winner gets gets Ospreay for all of their work. So we were talking about who we thought was going to win between Brody King and Swerve, and then potentially Swerve or the winner versus Ospreay at Forbidden Door.
Both of us are leaning towards Swerve, but both of us are happy if it's Brody King instead.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm happy with either. The only reason I think it would be cool to have Brody King is just because it would be a different person in that spot, a unique person, someone that, hasn't really been there before. We know what Swerve is, we know what Ospreay is. It'd be nice to have somebody that maybe was a little different, but at the same time, like, I talk about it.
Finals of the Owen Cup is something to hang on your belt,
Yeah, no doubt. And when you have, let's see, I don't know. Were you ready to join, or did I bring you on too soon? My bad. I might have brought you on too soon. On off. Which one is it? My bad. I brought you on too soon. My bad. I wasn't totally sure.
I was waiting for y'all to come in. I was waiting for y'all to introduce me.
She wanted the introduction. Here with us tonight on the Cookout, live in the flesh.
And welcoming onto the show
is the Anarchy Queen, Miss Anika. Yes.
Ruby.
The fans the waves. That's right. That's the Queen wave.
Introduction was the wrong word. I was saying add me in.
Okay. I wasn't sure because I know you can add yourself, so I wasn't sure if I never know whether to like just add or wait, because I know you can normally add yourself. So
no, I'm good. I was listening.
Okay.
Very thoughtful, insightful. Yes.
Very thoughtful and insightful. What do you think? Who do you think? Brody King or Swerve gets the win? Who should win and who should face Ospreay at Forbidden Door?
We're all in agreement that if it's Brody King, yay. But is TK really not going to do Swerve versus Ospreay too? No. Especially in the finals after Forbidden Door?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's doing Ospreay Swerve too.
Yeah, like I said all the time, I mean, it's hard with the main event guys to have them lose too often. And not that Brody King doesn't have the ability to beat Swerve, but Swerve losing, it's always difficult to figure out how to make that work. And so I just, they're not. Brody King is unfortunately, booking wise, he's not on that same level. So as much as it'd be great to see him get that opportunity, um, I do think, however, if it was Swerve or if it was Osprey versus Brody King at Forbidden Door, it's probably way too predictable that it's Osprey, right? With Swerve versus Osprey at Forbidden Door, that's almost 50-50. I mean, it probably leads 50, maybe 60-40 Osprey. I know Sammy thinks it might be a little bit more. I don't know, because Sammy's pretty convinced it's probably Osprey, but
Yeah,
um,
I feel like this story's built in for Osprey to win this,
Yeah.
go and challenge for the belt at Wembley. And here's the thing: is that like if John Moxley was holding the belt by the time we get to Wembley, like that would not surprise me at all. And it's Mox versus Osprey at Wembley, and making the story all full circle, and it's right there in front of us. If we choose to look at it, it's right there in front of us.
That will be fine. But I think they're going more towards Osprey versus Omega. Not sure how we're going to get there, but that's where it feels like they're trying to do for Wembley, of all places.
interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I have a feeling I think Max might hold the belt until then. I think they're gonna have Osprey beat Max for the belt.
Mhm.
That's the monkey. That's the big monkey wrench of all. If it is Omega versus Osprey, what do we do with MJF? MJF's a very big star, and him not having the talent at Wembley feels wrong. It really does. It really does. Like
At the very least, Wembley will be uh, Omega versus Moxley.
very least, yeah, maybe.
At the very least, we'll get Moxley versus Omega again.
Yeah, I mean, I think at
Oh, you
Wembley
go first. You
Stadium
go first.
you get. I think at Wembley you get Osprey just winning the title, probably beating Max for the belt. I think to beat the biggest villain for the belt, put it on Osprey, the biggest. Well, I mean, I want to say the biggest babyface, but at the moment with the Death Riders, maybe he's not. Maybe he is technically. I mean, what are they? Are the Death Riders heels? They are, right? I mean, so does that make Does that make Osprey a heel
They're
because he's training with them? Moxley kind of
They're heels from a
rides.
certain point of view.
they're like, I know people don't like the word, but no, I think right now they're tweeners. They haven't done anything dastardly in a minute to be heels. Like when the last dastardly thing they did was somewhat him versus Osprey at Dynasty, and even then it wasn't really dastardly. It was just a match. So yeah, it's been a minute since they've actually been heels. So yeah, like right now we're leaning towards babyface, especially now since they're fighting the Don Callis family. Like, oh, okay, they're definitely babyfaces now.
Yeah, I guess. All right. So I know Anika wanted to talk some TNA. So why don't you tell us what you wanted to talk about and just kind of
No,
open the table up. How's that?
okay, well, we needed a topic, but that's the one reason why I wanted. Well, this was very much interesting to me. So, this week, at least a couple of days ago, TNA has released Steve Macklin, one of their biggest top stars, formerly a Forgotten Son, but he used to be one of your former, excuse me, champions, world heavyweight champions, and that was very much so crazy because it's like, wait, hold up, y'all just got to AMC. People, okay, use your words, explain properly. So yeah, so he got released, but he asked for his release, and it's like, hold up, wait, why are we asking for releases when we just got this big major TV deal? And I'm not gonna say like way better, but it should be, this company should be more sustainable. And it's like, oh no, it's sustainable, but on the other hand, it's not. So backstage, contracts are being renegotiated where full-time wrestlers are getting part-time contracts. And even though they have this big-time movie deal, it's not trickling down to negotiation. So, see, Immaculate Access release. Mike Santana, who contract is going to be up next month, rumor has it that he's not going to renew. He's going to go to WWE. And it was one more lady who got, it was another lady who got released to TNA, and she was a big deal in the knockout division. One more here. TNA.
Gracie something, or right? Gracie.
Yes, I think so. One moment here. Maya Grace.
Okay.
Maya Grace. So, but yeah,
unless she's someone else too.
No, she's fairly new, but she was fairly like becoming a big star. She asked for her release as well. So it is like, hold up, wait, what is going on? And then ultimately, the consensus might be that even though they have their own TV deal, ultimately they might be bought up by WWE, which kind of sucks. It kind of sucks in a way. So backstage, no one really knew this or had a concrete thing, but there was a clause in the WE TNA agreement that if WE wanted to buy them, they could. And it feels like since Mike Santana's going over there, it feels like Leon Slater, when he's done, he's gonna go over there. It's like, well, screw it, just buy the company. And it's like, I don't want that. I don't want that. It feels like the monopoly on wrestling companies is not going to be good. And what's the point of it? Like, to compare, Star Wars movie came out, Grogu versus Grogu and Mandalorian, right? Or switch it up. And I work in the movie theater. I thought this was going to be a big weekend, but it's not. And I'm going around like, okay, hold on, wait, why isn't it as busy as I thought it was going to be in my mind? And people are like, well, this isn't George Lucas's Star Wars. This is Disney's Star Wars, so it's different. It's like, is it though? Like, I think in my mind, I get, okay, Die Hard. So Star Wars is not my franchise, but I get Die Hards who are like, I don't want it to change as much. But the other hand of it is, George Lucas is not a pushover. If he wants to sell Disney, it's because he wants to sell Disney. So it's like, can you really be mad at Disney for buying it if George Lucas wants to sell it? And how much different is because it's under the bandana. Now comparing to TNA, it's like, I get it. You don't want the, what's the word? Yeah, I don't want it to be underneath the WE banner, but how much different will it be if it is? And that's really is the question. Like, compared it to the AAA, where I don't have much evidence of AAA, but it feels like AAA is still an entity of itself. There's like, yeah, WWE wrestlers are going over there, but it's not influencing it in a bad way, where it's like, oh, this isn't AAA. I know, like, no, it's not AAA. It's still goofy and luchadors and all the things, and people are actually being way better. So
it's just now it's headed up by Undertaker instead of who was it? Conan? Was Conan the one who was the head supervisor? Yeah. Now it's Undertaker. But Conan still works there, and Conan loves what he does, and he thinks that the product's good.
And so moving back to TNA, I like more so. What is like, if you watched it when it came up, 2000, the core years, in my opinion, 2003 to 2006, where it really was X Division running wild, core people, Samoa Joe, AJ Styles, Christopher Daniels,
Jeff Jarrett,
a little bit, Jeff Jarrett, Christian.
His name?
Huh?
Lap nuts. You don't have to say Jeff Jarrett.
No, you have to say Jeff Jarrett if we're talking TNA. TNA from 2003 to 2006. We got to bring up Jeff Jarrett. JEFF.
But yeah, so it's like, Josh from True Hill, he said it best. We don't want anyone to lose their job. We just want you all to be better. So as of right now, it's like I'm of two minds. I don't want TNA to go under, but I don't want them to be with WWE. Like as of right now, no offense, I don't think TKO knows what a gym they have with AAA. That's why AAA is still good. But TNA, they've been partnered, like they have a more interwebbed relationship, more so with the whole NXT conversation. And even they had Leon Slater on Saturday Main Event. So it's like more, they have their fingers more in TNA than they have in AAA. So I just wanted to bring that to the floor of how do y'all feel about this new development? I don't know.
I mean, listen. As someone that stopped watching WWE to watch the WWE machine grow and absorb more and more wrestling that I've enjoyed watching over the years, does not make me happy in any way, shape, or form. Not that I was a big TNA, or not that I was a big TNA fan. Oh, not that I was a big TNA watcher. I like TNA, but not that I was a huge TNA watcher in the most recent years. And to say that I've watched a lot of AAA would be lying. But just to even know that the machine is getting bigger, I mean, that bothers me. And I mean, I understand the concepts of business, but as a general rule, I'm not a fan of it. I'm not a fan. I'm not what I would call a capitalist by nature, and I'm not a big fan of big business, and I'm not a big fan of businesses. The desire to want to absorb other businesses. I believe that the more people there are in that industry or in that field, the better the product ends up being. The more the competition, the better the product ends up being. And when you have basically one or two companies dominating everything or buying up everything, I mean, I think you basically are eliminating a lot of innovation. So, I mean, that being said, I'm extremely happy that we have AEW, because otherwise I'm not sure what I would be watching at the moment. Probably wouldn't be watching wrestling at all at the moment. So thankfully for AEW, yeah, I mean, for TNA, listen, TNA has been that company that we've all thought was going to close forever, right? Like every year, every day, it's one of those things when, oh my God, TNA's actually still around. Oh, TNA's back again. Now they're Impact. Now they're Anthem. Now they're TNA. They're back again. Oh, shit. Like, I can't believe they stuck around and Scott D'Amore, 3 years ago? We've been here now 22 years, or whatever, hanging on by a thread. So, I mean, for them, like the idea of, I could see how potentially a company like TNA that's gone through so many iterations of ownership and management and all those things that's struggling could see the light at the end of the tunnel by being, potentially bought by a company like WWE. Now, here's the thing. If WWE is going to buy TNA and let them just be TNA, which they won't, if they would, then that would be one thing. But they're not going to do that because WWE doesn't do that with anything. AAA is a perfect example. They might still be having fun down there and they might love it, but when I turn on AAA and it's Corey Graves and JBL on announcement and Rey Mysterio's the general manager and Undertaker's the booker, it doesn't feel very AAA Mexico anymore. It feels very WWE Mexico, and that turns me off. So and it feels like it's, for lack of a better word, this is a terrible word to use in this situation. It feels like WWE is trying to gentrify wrestling. Like they want to put, they want all of their people everywhere. They want it their way, and I don't like it. So, yeah, I mean, it bothers me for sure. People.
Well, this goes into the whole NXT plan. They want to do an NXT Mexico. They want to do an NXT India.
Yeah.
Like they want to put NXT everywhere.
Yeah. And I'm not really in support of any of that. I mean, I'm in support of people getting an opportunity to wrestle if they want to wrestle. I'm just not in support of the WWE machine and them expanding. I mean, I thought it was bad under Vince. I mean, this is way worse than it ever was under Vince in some regards. So, I mean, maybe the TKO ownership isn't, assaulting women, but at the same time, like the way that they function in the business world has been way worse than it was with Vince McMahon, in my opinion. So, um, I don't know. The whole situation and stuff. Steve Macklin leaving. I mean, you know, Steve Macklin was a forgotten son in WWE. His forgotten sons were whatever they were. I don't think that was his only iteration in WWE at that. He went to TNA and was able to be kind of I guess, in a company where maybe the talent pool isn't quite as big as say in WWE, you can thrive a little bit more. So it'll be interesting to see. I mean, in WWE, he was definitely a mid card guy. It'll be very interesting to see what he does now at a more advanced stage because he's not young. Um, does he try his hand in AEW? If so, what does that look like? Where is there to go if you're trying to get away from the WWE machine in any way, shape, or form? If that's why he's leaving because he sees the writing on the wall that they're going to buy TNA, right? So, is there a place in AEW for Steve Macklin? I'm not sure. I mean, I think he's a solid wrestler, but like I said, he's got less days in front of him than he does behind him as a wrestler, probably at this point. So I don't know. AEW is super stacked with a lot of good wrestlers who don't get time as it is. So I don't know. Be very interesting to see. I feel bad for TNA. I want them to be able to thrive on their own. I always have because, like I said, I think more people in the market makes for better competition. But as a company for TNA from a business standpoint, if that's going to, solve some of their financial issues or whatever the case may be, I mean, how as ownership could you pass that up? I guess to a certain extent. I don't. The whole thing is, I don't know.
I did
Yeah.
hear about two wrestling companies getting sold. One of the Japanese companies. I'm trying to remember who it was. It might have been Bushi Road, but somebody got sold, and I don't remember
Uh,
who. And then
okay.
another wrestling company, an indie company, got bought up by Big Damo and Nikki Cross.
Yeah.
Oh, I heard that as well, and I'm like, yeah, like even though the proximity between TNA and WWE was too close for some of our liking, I just like that people who got let go had another place to go to. Like more so, like Indy Hartwell, she went over there. Last Legends partner who is now I want to say it's something Shade. I don't want to get it wrong. But like she went over there and she looks beautiful, and it's just like that's the thing about monopoly. Where it's just like if you do a monopoly, it's more control and people. Let's not say lose their jobs, but there's more of there's less likely you can go someplace else, and that's more so why. Excuse me. It's like, come on, TNA, you can do it by yourself. You don't have to. If you go to WWE, no offense, they will chop somebody in a heartbeat. So we don't trust. That's more so the bigger issue.
Dexter Loomis now gets to go back to TNA and be Samuel Shaw.
So this says Bushiroad officially transferred all of its shares in New Japan Pro Wrestling to Broadcast Network TV Asahi, who also owns Pro Wrestling Noah and DDT Pro Wrestling. So,
Yeah.
New Japan's broadcast partner and cyber agent. TV Asahi and cyber agent apparently are buying Bushiroad, which owns New Japan, I guess. So, New Japan will be under new ownership. So, yeah, I mean, it sounds like a consolidation of, power in Japan as far as wrestling companies go. I mean, you're going to have the New Japan, you're going to have TDT and Noah all under your same banner. Like those are the big ones, aren't they? So
TJPW as well, I believe.
yeah, I mean, I'm just looking here at what it says on Google. It didn't say T, but you're probably right. I mean, I don't know, but I mean, that's as we know, that's never good for an industry to all be owned by one, by one owner. So I don't know. It kind of sucks.
Well, What do y'all think? Like, okay, best case scenario, worst case scenario. Oh, TNA going to WWE.
Best case scenario, it's another avenue for development for talent, and maybe they'll use more video packages of people performing in Impact and like the history of stuff. But I highly doubt that one. Highly doubt. Like if they want to give us some packages of like stuff that like AJ Styles did in Impact, okay, cool. But like,
I'm not even gonna front. Like when AJ Styles retired, like they officially said it on Raw, and I saw Kazarian in the hall on Monday Night Raw, and Abyss. I then Abyss at the back, like we everyone popped so hard. Oh, like we all know it's not him anymore, but it's just him in the mask and the hair. It really is like that was just so okay. A little bit of TNA is here, and it made it feel all more so real that AJ Styles is retiring. So I definitely would love that if they use a video package.
I mean, best case scenario is they throw TNA a big bag of money and just leave them alone to kind of do what they do and just make sure that they, whatever, spend it wisely. But WWE is never going to do that, or TKO is never going to do that, right? So that's not how they operate. So worst case scenario is that TNA becomes like ECW, right? What did they do? They got absorbed. They tried to do some stuff, and then they tried to do ECW, WWE style, and then it just went away altogether, right? So probably what ends up happening.
No. Worst case scenario is WCW.
Well, sure.
WCW.
Okay, yeah.
But see, they somewhat already went through that. That's why we had a pay-per-view Hard to Kill. Like Eric Bischoff and Hogan was already over there, and they got through that. So that was like we got the
invasion.
Yeah.
That's what we got. We got the invasion.
It was more of a takeover in the worst way possible. But like, how did we get through that? And now we're folding. We got through Hogan talking again in 2007. But now we're folding.
So out of all the WCW and WWE matches that transpired in the invasion, correct me if I'm wrong, WCW won one of their matches and WWE won everything else?
I'm not 100% sure, but that sounds about right.
I'll take your word for it. Let's just say it was very lopsided, even if it was more than one. It was extremely lopsided, which is what WWE has a history of doing, right? I mean, they haven't even absorbed TNA yet, and they basically little brother TNA in this relationship. I mean, since they've been with them, right? I mean, so
if I remember correctly, in the first episode of the invasion, Buff Bagwell and somebody else had a 2-on-1 handicap match. And him and the other dude lost, and Buff Bagwell was never seen on WWE TV ever again.
Yeah. I feel bad for TNA. Again, as the new owners, I understand if you're underwater, you see a light at the end of the tunnel, but for a company that's been through so much and been able to hang on for so long and keep its autonomy to a certain extent and do its own thing, even if it hasn't been overly successful at times, when you look at the history of TNA, everybody's come through there at some point. Almost everybody that you like has come through there at some point, right? And spent at least had a cup of coffee there, if not longer. So I mean, it's been integral to the career of a lot of wrestlers that we love. So
there's a lot, but it's not to the point of like what Ring of Honor was. Ring of Honor literally had every dude come through.
No doubt.
Like,
no doubt.
Japanese, Mexican, United Kingdom, British, like all those wrestlers were all going through Ring of Honor at one point.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, this is the same way I felt about Ring of Honor being bought by TNA or by AEW too. I mean, at the time, I mean, I remember, it wasn't like I had spent, a whole lot of time watching Ring of Honor, all that much recently when it was bought, but just over the years, and the fact that a bigger company was absorbing a smaller company, and I get it, you're a small company that's struggling, you got to do what you got to do, but it does suck, when you lose those.
It,
It's like when the whatever it is, whatever your chain restaurant comes to town and sucks up all the mom and pops, like, I mean, it's that same kind of concept, right? It's like, I don't want to go to Red Robin, I want to go to Phyllis's Giant Hamburgers. It's run by the lady that lives 2 houses down. Like, I don't, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to,
Yeah.
so I mean, and it's that same kind of concept. I love AEW, but I like the independent stuff. I like there being an avenue for people that's not connected to AEW, that's not connected to WWE. So you don't necessarily, if you choose to want to do that or whatever, then you don't have to be a part of either of those, and that those areas are becoming less and less. That sucks.
yeah. I mean, there's MLW, there's GCW, and that's pretty much it. I mean, there's a couple others, but that's pretty much it. MLW or GCW.
Yeah.
Mm. Well, okay, last question, or if y'all have any more. Can y'all imagine what would have happened if Scott D'Amore was still in charge? Because it's like literally before Scott D'Amore left, we were rebuilding. We were actually at a good footing. We actually was, what you call it? It was
That was back when they had a working relationship with AEW, right?
more or less. And
When
people,
Scott D'Amore left, that's when they started getting into a relationship with WWE.
Yeah. I think that's part of why he left. I mean, I don't know for sure, but but yeah, no, I mean, I think, listen, when Scott D'Amore was a guy that I felt like really cared about professional wrestling, right? And he was in it to a certain extent for the right reasons. I mean, they're all in it to make money and those kind of things, but in it for the right reasons, like the sport was a wrestler's kind of guy. And I think that they thrived under Scott D'Amore, and it just, it is, I guess, what it is. But yeah, I mean, it would definitely be different right now if Scott D'Amore was still in charge. But again, like I said many times already in this show, TNA has struggled so much that, anybody that's had a financial investment in it has always been looking to trying to recoup their investment and move on, because it seems to be, a struggle to make money or to continue to, to not lose money. So at minimum, right, to break even. So
Yeah, all this talk about WWE buying TNA, none of that was happening before TNA got the money back. TNA got the money back, and all of a sudden WWE's real interested, aren't they?
you're blaming this on Allie?
I mean, she beat
No,
Roman in the ratings.
no, it's not Allie's fault.
Well,
Come on.
I'm saying WWE might not be interested in buying if she wasn't there.
like, let me just say, I'm not even watching, but the fact that he's champion again just tells me everything I need to know about WWE. It just, I
Who?
don't care
I'm
if he's
sorry,
a
who
good guy
said?
now. I don't care if it's the right thing to do, but the fact that he's champion again, like, you
Yes.
held that belt for 4 years. You should never need it again, let alone in less than like a year since the last time you had it. Maybe a year and a half, but I don't even
Would
know.
you
So
rather
I don't
Punk
even
have the belt?
who?
Punk? Would you rather Punk
I mean,
have the belt?
no, not necessarily. I'd rather neither of them had the belt. I don't care because I don't watch it, but I
I
just,
mean, we all want Jacob Fatu to have the belt. That's what we were wanting.
uh, as someone who's still watching it, unfortunately, I know say Cody Rhodes dropped the ball, but Cody Rhodes wasn't a good successor to Roman Reigns. I'll just say that. Not is it his fault? Yeah, maybe. Because like it's like people are telling him what to do. Some of these ideas are from him. Like I say, all of them, but some of them are. But all in all, it really is more so of y'all just have to make bigger. Y'all have to make new stars, and this whole timetable of when someone can become champion is so stupid. Like Brock, like as soon as Seth got hurt, the real hurt, not that whole fake crap for Money in the Bank which was such BS. Let's cut it the curse was such BS. Well, he actually did get hurt after facing Cody in Saudi. Like that, put the belt on Breaker. Stop. I'm trying not to curse. Stop BSing around. It was silver platter. Here you go. But for some reason, y'all didn't want to do that. And it really is like, why? It literally wrote it perfectly. After he beat Cody, you have Braun spit the crap out of him. Paul and Bronson Reed go with him. Just put the belt on him. But no, y'all didn't want to do that. It's like, what? Why? What? And then you go into Oba. I have such high hopes. I love Oba. But the high hopes was, oh shoot, he's gonna beat Brock. SummerSlam, he's gonna beat Roman. But we clash in Italy, bitch behind Lesnar won his lick back. So let's do the rematch and let him win because God forbid you let the dude beat you once and you stay gone. I was like, oh, well, if you're going to do that, might as well do the rematch in SummerSlam. Like, no one did not care about this man won not. But I had such high hopes. I'm like, yes, Rocket. He beat Lesnar, champion. No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. So,
when's the next pay-per-view?
King of the Ring. King of the Ring, I want to say it's the end of June.
Okay, end of June?
Yeah.
If you wouldn't mind, ALW, could you pull up the current WWE champions and read those off for us? Because there's probably some new names and faces to those belts since the last time you watched it.
Oh, you just want him to do it because for his the shock value of his face?
I want to see if there's anybody that he's like, what? Really? Them?
Google says, as of June 2026, undisputed WWE champion Cody Rhodes, World Heavyweight champion Roman Reigns, Intercontinental champion Penta, good for Penta, United States champion Trick Williams, hey, good for Trick. Austin Theory and Braun Breaker together, World Tag Team champion, good for Austin Theory. And WWE Tag Team Champions Priest and R-Truth. Holy smokes, that seems like a weird combination. Women's WWE Champion Rhea Ripley, Women's World Champion Liv Morgan again. She's champion again.
Yeah.
The Women's United States Champion Tiffany Stratton. Hey, I didn't know. They announced. Did you know Saul Rick was black?
Yeah.
Yes.
She's half black.
I saw that the other day. Like I saw that announcement. Like I forget who I saw that where, but I was like, holy, I didn't know that.
Yeah, NXT. Someone said it, and we all was like, we all got to the phone, and we saw her parents. It's like, oh, cool. Now
but she dresses like Jeff Hardy and Lita had a child.
Women's IC champion, and then Brie Bella and Paige. Really? Women tag team champion. Brie Bella's back. I knew Paige was
Sriracha.
Yeah. I knew Sriracha was back, but Brie Bella's back. Holy smokes! Like
no, so let's not because I was so into the tag team division. It was so good, but because it's women tag teams, y'all thought we had to be the belts in, and y'all didn't. Y'all you had Rhea and Io, you had Charlotte and Alexa Bliss, you had Nia Jax and Last Legend, and then you had Lyra and Bayley.
Hold on. Hold on. There's a big one you're missing out on there. The
Oh, and we have
Kabuki Warriors.
and Offset and Kyrie. So you did not need the Bella twins. You did it.
Well, now the Kabuki Warriors are gone.
Speed champion.
Huh?
What is the speed
That's
champion?
that's the TikTok thing.
Okay, 'cause they got a
That used to be Ricochet.
speed champion, men's and women's. I don't even know who Elio LaFleur is. But Fallon Henley is the women's speed champion, so I guess she's doing something.
Yeah.
Something.
On Twitter, they were like,
Priest.
they're actually pretty entertaining. I have a good time. I have a good time with them.
Judgment Day, or is Judgment Day dissolved or what?
I mean, you got R-Truth and you got Damian Priest as the tag champions.
Judgment Day still together. It's still Dirty Dom, Liv, Raquel, JD McDonough. I was gonna say the other word, no. And
the Prodigy.
Roxanne Perez.
The Prodigy.
Her hands do
Roxanne Perez, huh? Interesting. But Damien's gone. All right, interesting. And Finn's gone?
Finn's gone.
Finn just left before Mania.
And what is Finn doing?
He was to SmackDown. And SmackDown, the qualifying King of the Ring match will be him, Jay, LA Knight, and someone else. Jesus, who else? Finn, JD, Roy Keith. All things considered, the men's side of King of the Ring has been very much entertaining. Like, as of right now, Dom won his match, Olaf won his match, and Javon Evans won last night. So it's like, hold on, wait. We got some fresh blood up in here. Javon Evans is in the semifinals. So it's like, oh, fresh blood? Maybe, yes.
For John, no, there's a lot of names on there. I'm happy to see. I'm happy to see Penta with a belt. I'm happy to see Trick Williams with a belt. Austin Theory. I always love to see Austin Theory with a belt. I don't know about Liv Morgan with the belt. Rhea should always have a belt. I like Tiffany. Where's Charlotte? What are Charlotte and Becky doing?
So Charlotte and Bliss are still a tag team. They ran back Jade Cargill and Rhea, but because Jade attacked Bliss, Charlotte attacked Jade. So it feels like we're going to get that. We're probably going to get that rivalry that they've been teasing for 2 years now. Like, ever since Jade Cargill got in there, they've been doing stare downs. Like, we're finally going to get that. Like, yes.
Charlotte and Alexa together is like better than the two of them being singles.
Oh, much better. More so for Charlotte. Charlotte is just a breath of fresh air and a whole new freaking light. It's like, y'all should have done this years ago. Y'all really should have.
What else?
Are you liking AAA, Anika?
Huh?
Are you liking AAA?
I am not watching it on a consistent basis. So, but the little highlights I have, it's a good time. It's a good time. Like I said, Mask versus Mask, awesome. Mr. Gianna and versus Finn is hilarious. I like I said, right now, AAA is still an entity of itself, and it's like, please. And then Dom just being Dom with the Triple Mega Championship. It's like, yes. And now it's like, oh, if y'all don't do Dirty Dom versus Grande Americano for the AAA Mania Championship match, y'all, what are we doing? What are we doing? That is a clear route to the main event. Clear route. Just go this way. Just go this way, no detours, go that way.
So a thing for it is that Lola Vice is wrestling for AAA over there.
Yeah.
I don't feel like she wrestles a lucha style at all.
Oh, because she's
So
Latino. That's the only reason why she's over there. Let's call it
yeah,
face.
but it's made for some interesting matchups because like you got all these people who do wrestle a lucha style, and then you got Lola Vice there who's not wrestling a lucha style at all. But she is, throwing in some lucha moves here and there. And so it feels like, she's on an excursion that she's learning and that she's, trying to get better, like you would see from the Japan days of like Naito going to Japan and Naito learning and stuff. And it's giving me vibes of that. And I can appreciate that. Of like, it feels like you got WWE wrestlers who are going to AAA to learn and expand their repertoire and become better wrestlers.
What was I gonna say? If EO is good for it, I would love for EO to be a AAA. I'm like, hey, come on, let's get the ground, come on, her Pinto, let's do one more match.
If EO did the trash can in AAA, oh man, that crowd would go ballistic.
Like I need people to think ahead. I need people to think forward. Like just have EO and AAA just one good match. That's all I'm asking for.
One good match and have her close it off with the trash can.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because MJF has a hyperextended knee. Oh, and Willow had to vacate the title and is out, right, for a minute. Like
shoulder collarbone, not sure which one, and that sucks because when it comes
she could do
that
her
part of the
Owen Hart.
Yeah, when it comes to that part of the body, it could take a couple of months, it could take a whole year.
And
and that really sucks.
Start vacating titles and giving up spots and stuff, right? Like that's when it's something serious. She can be
It allowed Will Ospreay's girlfriend to make it another round.
Alex Windsor.
Well, what you say? Sammy again?
I said it made Will Ospreay's girlfriend advance another round.
No. She wrestled a special a wild card.
Wow.
Did y'all watch? Sammy?
I haven't seen it yet.
I didn't watch it.
Why are you so late?
Did she lose her wild card match?
Go watch. Go.
I will.
Yeah. No, no, you can't ask me. I'm not spoiler alert. No, go watch it.
I mean, is an Alex Windsor match that big of a spoiler?
It depends on who she wrestles.
Oh, gotta look up. All right. As soon as we get off here, I'm gonna go watch it.
Last week's Dynamite, the whole show was a banger. The whole show was a banger. It was one thing that was such a knee jerk reaction. That was so knee jerk. It was like, why would y'all do this? Y'all did not need to do this. But everything else was, chef's kiss. If you want a review of it, go to Winner Circle from last Saturday morning to see my whole thoughts on the whole show.
Zarya is the WWE NXT Women's Champion.
Who? Zarya.
Zarya.
None of us watch NXT.
Oh, yeah.
I don't even watch NXT.
You have to say NXT. I'm like, who the fuck is Zarya? So Ruka's partner? Sorry.
None of us be watching NXT.
All right. Anything else we want to talk about?
Any of you watch MLW?
No,
I haven't been watching it. I mean, I used to
I
watch it
know.
regularly, but
I
I
know Baron
know.
Corbin's there.
Yeah, he's there, but that's all I know.
who?
Yeah,
Baron
Baron
Corbin.
Corbin.
Okay, I did not know that. Interesting. I might have to check it out. I always like Baron Corbin, so I
Like,
might have to check
he's
that out.
a wild
I wonder
card
if
of he.
I wonder if Hammerstone went back there after his failure in WWE.
When I gotta pet you
I
with
think
both
so.
hands. Oh
I have no
boy.
idea. That's one of the weirdest things. Like I thought he was perfect for WWE, and I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's who knows.
All right.
All right. Let's do some housekeeping and give the people back the rest of their evening. Let's see. Do. Where are they? They are sorry, trying to get to 'em. You're with us
I
now.
mean,
Join us every
before we go,
yeah.
you guys want to talk any football?
No, fool. I'm sorry. That was very aggressive. But no.
Can I just say one thing?
Yeah.
Sure, you
You can
can
say
say
one
it.
thing.
Yeah.
Miles Garrett trade is huge. This has to be the biggest star that's ever been traded, and like getting a first, a second, a third, and Jared Verse, defensive rookie of the year just 2 years ago, out of the trade. Woof.
Biggest star ever traded. Wow, that's a big statement. Over the years, there's been a lot of superstars traded. I mean,
Okay,
that's
biggest star traded that wasn't a quarterback.
wow. I mean, yeah. I mean, at the time that they traded him, it's years ago. But when the Cowboys traded Herschel Walker for 7 draft picks, that was a big fucking deal. Herschel Walker just led the league in rushing that year. So,
I
uh,
mean, I think the Tyreek Hill trade was a bigger trade than that. I mean,
that might be true too. I mean, I don't know. I mean, we'll have to see what kind of impact Miles Garrett has for the Rams. I mean, right now the Rams are definitely all in. I'm more interested to see if they can actually, if Aaron Donald gets the drive to come back, because the rumor is that he might come back.
gets that itch, gets that bug.
The two of them together, man, that defense is gonna be crazy.
You know,
So,
it'd be crazy. Absolutely. It just depends if Aaron Donald wants another ring.
I mean, the Rams are gonna like having Miles Garrett, that's for sure. I mean, the Rams have definitely, pushed all their chips in, and Miles Garrett helps a lot. So, and he's got to be extremely ecstatic to get out of Cleveland, right? So, uh, yeah, and to have a
I mean,
chance
he's
to
been
win.
wanting a
I
ring
mean,
for a minute.
yeah, yeah. I mean, everyone wants a chance to win. So, all right.
I
So
mean,
we
if you
won't hold
don't
you
have
any
a
any
ring,
longer.
like that's something you want your career to have, you know. Meanwhile, you got dudes like
100%.
Patrick Mahomes, who's only been in for, less than a decade and already has three of them.
Yeah, no, especially when you're considered the best at your, maybe the best football player on the planet at the moment, and or at least at your position at minimum, or the best defensive. You definitely want to win. So, all right, let's do some housekeeping, and then we'll get out of here. Join us every Tuesday night for the Cookout, 7:30 p.m. Pacific, 10:30 Eastern, where we all come together and talk about what's cooking up in the world of professional wrestling. As you're with us here now. On Friday nights, you can join Anika and sometimes Sammy for Friday Night Fights, where they watch SmackDown in real time, give you the real time reviews and opinions of the show. 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. Saturday mornings or Sunday nights, Saturday morning, 7 a.m. Pacific, 10 a.m. I'm sorry, 7 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Pacific, 10 a.m. Eastern. I'll get it right eventually. Or Saturday night, Sunday night, 5 p.m. Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern. There will be a winner's circle where we review Dynamite and Collision
On the weekend.
and declare a grade for each show and then a winner, i.e., winner circle. So make sure, and if you have that bell selected on the YouTube channel, you'll get a notification every time we're about to put something up on the YouTube channel. And so you'll know when that rest or winner circle is about to start. Let's see, you can come check us out on all of these social media platforms. You can scan this QR code if you want, and the QR code, I'm trying to get it up. Hold on. I'm having some technical issue here. Come on, show stupid. Hello, my mouse doesn't want to work. If you scan that QR code, it will take you to Linktree, and from Linktree, you can get to all of our social media from one location, or you can just come check us out on all of these social media platforms. And last but not least, if I can make it actually happen, you can listen to the audio version of the Cookout podcast on these podcast platforms. Our wonderful producer, Miss Dolores, who does all the intros and outros, all the graphics, you see all that stuff. She downloads the audio version of the Cookout podcast and puts it up on these podcast platforms so that you can listen to us whatever, whenever, and wherever you would like. So I think that's essentially it. Uh, in the words of Dolores, unless anyone else has anything else to say, we'll cut those lights. And until next time, peace.
Bye.
That was a cookout. Came for the wrestling, stay for the chaos.